rose, middle fingers to you haters. My family full of all black and grays like the Raiders. Waiting wild like a loose, untamed gator. I'm a dummy in these streets like McQueen, right with Mater. Ain't sleeping on me, bitch, cause I just got started. Chopper bullets, make a move like I've been over at 40. I'm a itty ghetto bitch, some might call me retarded. I'm disrespecting mama, baby, than the dealer deported. Wanna ride with a player, just roll up. Straight H-Town like, man, hold up. Got a 2-liter in my coaster. Real ghetto bitch with a gun and a holster. When the money on the line, I'm coming. Can't match my grind, they bumbling. Can't match my stride, they strumbling. Down for the bread, so you know they crumbling.
Y'all, shout out to Grizzly Hood News, baby. She be on it.
This is Grizzy live here with the Hood News. Last night, a 12-year-old snuck out the house, took her mom's truck. A 12-year-old, okay? Took her mom's truck. They're not even from, I think they're from around this area. She took her mama's truck and she met with an adult man here at the Crystal Inn. She backed her truck up. The truck is still here. She backed the truck up into a parking space, and an adult male checked in and got a room. They were there for about an hour or so, and then they left. She left the truck behind. This is the little girl. Let me show her to you guys real quick. Hold on. Oh my goodness, y'all. This is the child. She's 12 years old. Her family is all out here right now at the Raising Cane's. All her family. They even have people from out the outskirts like Huffman and stuff out here.
Right. So the obvious. The man is in the wrong. She's in danger. Let's go find her. I'm not being harsh. I swear I'm not. If y'all see the little girl or know anything, contact the number. Reach out to this family. Please help them. I am here because I was a once troubled child, and I would like to see the society do better. So we're going to take her situation and we're going to see what we can do as a community so we will not end up in situations like this, right? So y'all heard the story, and of course I got my notebook because I have my own thoughts. I have my own advice. I have my own thought process to what happened. So my background, y'all know I have a book out, Book of Prayers, How They Got Me. I'm sitting here explaining to y'all how I have been raped and molested since the age of 5 years old. So when I tell you, you can't tell me a little girl was taken when she ran away to be with somebody. You can't tell me that's how that went. See, my thought process is not like y'all's. It's not. My thought process is this was a young girl that's living a fast life. I have been there. Have y'all seen the picture that Grizzy showed? This little girl looks like she have on lashes. And she's 12. Mother, what are you doing? At this point, we are not trying to be these little girl friends. Where's her father? Let dad come in and say something. Dad, if you're not saying nothing about her wearing lashes, why not? I bet you have a change of mind now. Because look what's going on. And again, I'm not being harsh, but as parents, as the community, we have to have these conversations. Because when stuff like this happens, it's up to the community to speak out when they see something so we can help the family, right? And everyone wants the community to help them when something goes wrong. So why not let the community help before everything gets blown into pieces? Like, we don't have to wait for the chaos to hit to try to help each other. I'm not making this to be heartless. I'm gonna say that again. I'm simply making this so that we can learn from our mistakes, and that little girls with that same mind frame won't do it. In my hood, Grizzy talking about in her hood. Grizzy, look what happened in my hood. It was a little girl left home. I don't know if she went with these gentlemen. However, she was interrupted. And she's, as they say, unalive. Now, at 12 years old, over here in my hood, Greens Point, child, I gave y'all my background. Like, I was sexually assaulted by all these people since 5 years old up until like I was like 30 some years old. If you want to hear my story, I mentioned in the interview I do. You could go to my Instagram page, Tosha Pretty Thick Scott. Go right there in my profile and you can click my interview out where I explain some of my book, or you can go ahead and order my book on Amazon. That link is there as well. I'll list it down below. anytime situations like these come about, everybody is so quick to run towards the man. Oh, you're the one that's wrong. It's your fault. Do we, I'm gonna say do y'all, because I know I do. Y'all don't think about how the little girl got herself in this situation. Miss Lashes here. Y'all don't think about what was done on her end that made this man feel comfortable enough to know he could get her to steal his mother's car and meet him at the room. Then leave with him and leave the mama car. Like, what possessed her to put herself in that position? That is what we're tapping into today. Because a child that has been taken would have still been at home to get took. I'm just saying. And then Grizzly mentioned on the her live that this is not her boyfriend, guys. It's a predator. Well, duh, he's 20-some years old. He's a predator. But is this little girl a predator? Because she probably knows what she's doing. In my mind, yes, there are one and the same, because you have men who put kids in that situation and prey on kids. And you also have these teenagers that feel like they got these older men looking and they could get what they want out these men if they just show them something. And all these songs they hearing got them feeling like it's okay. To the fact of where it overthrows what your mother says and grabs your judgment and just have you running away from home, stealing your mama car, running off with an older gentleman and leaving your mama car at a hotel room. I hope she left the key. This is sad. It won't stop until us as a community, as a whole, do something. Because again, when stuff like this happens to one mother, it affects everybody. When the little girl in my hood got killed, it was a lot of people coming out to support that mother. So where do we start as a community? Do we have to keep waiting until hits the fan? No, let's do something about it now. Let's talk about it now. Now, I don't want nobody to get under my comments and be like, oh, you were wrong for saying this, you was wrong for saying that. Never mind what I'm saying. I need y'all to look at the message coming from me instead of worrying about how I deliver it. Okay? And the message is, we're going to take this and we're going to grow from it so that the next little girl will know running away is not an option. Especially with an older gentleman. Stealing your mother's car is not an option. Consequences need to be had. It's not an option. It's not. It has to stop. So, how do we stop it? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I'll give you my advice on how to stop it. Because again, I was a trouble to you. I know how it is to be sitting here letting a nigga coach you knowing they're older. I've had my situations where these niggas took it. They took it and I could claim sexual assault. However, there was a point in my life as a teen where in some situations I knew what was going on and I still let it happen. Those situations aren't in the book because I don't look at those as I was raped. Then. No, I was being fast at those moments trying to get something out of somebody that knew he was doing wrong. And if you gonna play me, I'm gonna try to squeeze you. That's how it started being for me. Because it happened too much. I started thinking of myself as a professional rape victim. That's how much it happened. So it went from, okay, you gonna take from me, suckers, let me see what I can get out of you. So I honestly believe that's probably what's going on with this little girl. Now, she's probably had situations where she's been touched in the past and has not dealt with that. And if that's the case, her mama got some things to talk about. And if you ever come across this video, young lady, talk to your mama. And if you can't talk to your mama, talk to an auntie, talk to a cousin, talk to somebody that will listen to you and give you a good feedback. You just need to get it off your chest. Put it out there. Read my book, Book of Prayers How They Got Me. Read it. Okay, so what we can do, because at this point, for your child to run away from home and steal a car, it's a no-go. And I'm not trying to sound racist, but girl, you a Mexican. You stole your mama car? Oh my God, you know y'all crazy. Oh, y'all crazy. Girl, she gonna go all upside you. I would never steal my mama car, so baby, you goofy. You big goofy. For stealing, you could have just walked, had that fool meet you or something, but you big goofy and wrong for that one. I don't care what nobody say. You 12 years old and ignorant. Don't do that. Knife lesson, don't do it no more. Okay? So So I'm assuming at this point, for her to get that comfortable, she's been doing things. She's been doing things in the past, and mama probably tried to do something and it didn't work. Mother's consequences are probably too well known to her, so they don't phase her. So mama have to up the ante, and mama, if you can't up the ante, that's fine, totally understandable, totally understandable. But parents, we gotta remember that it takes a village. If you're not able to issue out the discipline, to issue out consequences, allow the other parent to do it. Allow the other parent to do it. And if you don't have that other parent, if there's a grown up around you and your child that you can trust, and you know this and that or whatever, whoop de whoop, have that person come in and create that bond where when stuff hit the fans like this, they can go ahead and take over the consequences. It don't have to be beating that child all the time. It could be as simple as get in a corner, put one leg up, hold your arms out like this, sit in some rice, whatever it is. Don't move for about 2-3 hours or something. But some kind of some kind of consequences are definitely gonna have to be had. So, because at this point, whoopings, they're not working. Parents talks, they're not working. Right? So, I don't want to keep looking down at y'all. I don't want to keep looking down while I'm doing this. Parents, if you are in a situation where you cannot control your teenager, you should be more open about that. Seek help from others because, again, it takes a village. Me personally, if somebody in my family or one of my friends come to me and be like, hey, my child is doing this and my child is doing that, and I just can't seem to get it right, can you help me? I'm going to take my time to see what's going on, because for a parent to openly say they need help, it has to be acknowledged, because that's deep. That's totally deep. Like, to admit you need help is to admit that you did something wrong. And hey, I've been there. It's not a good feeling. But to know that it's going to be better once you do that is a awesome feeling. So I feel like parents should speak up. Also, if there's male figures in your child's life, if your child is doing something like this, find a male you can trust. It don't mean shield your child from every male that's gonna make her want to go to him more. No. You gotta let her know that it's okay to trust everybody. And Grizzly mentioned, oh, look at these creeps coming out the room. They're the predators. This.
Ooh, that look at all the freaks coming out, y'all. Y'all be on the lookout, because those are the predators too.
All people are not predators. All men are not predators. We're not even gonna put them on them like that. It's good men out there. And just because they're at a room don't mean nothing, baby. It don't mean nothing, because, baby, just last year, me and my husband was loving them. Don't do that. And we ain't predators. We just like to have a good time. Don't do that. It be different people going in and out their rooms. Don't do that. Another piece of advice. Y'all might not even agree with this. And I'm only putting this out there because I seen a preacher do it. Public shame. Because now look at what this little girl has done. You have your mother, your family out here looking for you at this room. Somebody got a baby out there. Y'all saw that? It's a baby on their hip, worrying about where this little 12-year-old is at because she ran away from home so hard. Public shame. It's a lot of people that see the mothers going live and posting videos about what their daughter's doing. Oh, she's doing this and doing that. There is benefits to that. Let me tell y'all about pastor. I'm going to tell y'all about pastor and why I say public shame. Because I was going to a church and I sat here and pastor called this man up to the front of the church. And pastor called that man a coward. Because pastor knew this man very well. And it was something this man was going on. That it was something going on in this man's life with him and his wife. None of our business, I felt. Pastor got up there and called this man a coward. Again, told this man why he was calling him a coward in front of the whole congregation, y'all. Ooh, talk about embarrassed. Oh, baby, he was shamed. If he wasn't, I was shamed for him, child. I stopped going to church. When pastor realized that I was not coming back to church, he called me asked why. And I said, because I saw you call this man up to the pew and you call him a coward in front of everybody. That embarrassed him. Like, I saw his face. That wasn't cool for me. I thought that was so low of you. He said, sister, come in. I need you to come talk to me face to face. So I said, okay. Y'all, I went to church. Pastor Paradmill gave me a Bible. He said, you turn to this scripture and you turn to this scripture. And in both those scriptures, it was mentioning something about God telling them to shame them in front of people, like do it in the public, because that's how you'll fix it. And I'm just paraphrasing. If you know the Bible, then you probably know which parts I'm talking about. But Pastor pointed them out, so I know they're there. Anyway, I feel like that's what should be done, because if everybody know the dirt, then we know what to watch out for. You know, to clean it up. You know, that's how I feel. Like, you could feel it's wrong. There was a video of a mother who went viral because she was saying all the men numbers she had found on her daughter's phone and everything she was doing, and a lot of people were saying, oh, she's going to hate you. Why would you do that? That's personal. Yes, personal, but she also mentioned how many times she has tried to intervene, how many times she has tried to stop. And because she did, and it's gotten to the point where this little girl is sending pictures of herself or something like that and getting cash apps, like, no, that's unacceptable. So if her mother has to shame her like that to get her to stop, I'm all for it, because apparently what she was doing at first wasn't working. And that same little girl is going to end up like this little girl that think it's okay to steal their mother's car and go run off to a room and then leave the car there once they finish doing whatever they're doing. And again, I'm not trying to sound heartless in this. I just feel like there is a big lesson that needs to be learned, and we do not need to look over the fact that little girls these days need more consequences. More advice I can give about this. We can start dressing these little girls like little girls, and if you don't know if the outfit your child is wearing is appropriate, reach out to a friend. Me personally, my kids' fathers are active. So if my daughter has something on that I feel like is iffy and don't really know, I'm shooting Pops a picture. What you feel about this? What you think about this? You think you good? And if Pops don't respond in time, we got aunties, hey, how they look? I got friends, hey, how they look? You know? If it's a male in my life that I trust like that, hey, how your niece look? What's going on? How you think she good? Do I need to change it up or something? And they will let me know. And I move like that because, you know, parents do need a little help sometimes. Find people in your life that you trust and ask them about the clothes and the things that your kids are asking you if you don't know if it's appropriate for their age. Because, baby, my daughter's stacked. So I stay asking my sisters and her pops, like, how this look, what's going on, because I don't want that boundary to be crossed. I need them to know she's a young teen. Don't ever think she's older than that, okay? So we gotta clear up that situation. Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion for stopping the 12-year-old girl from twerking at her show. You was a real one for that one. So my final advice for this situation is that these kids be dealt some kind of punishment. When the men are getting caught up in situations like this, these men are having to deal with a lot of consequences. I feel like we should keep that same energy for little girls like this. You can say, oh, she was manipulated all you want. No. She was in the comfort of her own house. Her own house. And she chose to get up, get her mother's car, and go meet this man at a room. And now she missing and got her family with babies. I here at a room trying to find her. That's not on this man. Because that man didn't put no gun to her head. They ain't say nothing about no gun. Y'all keep that for somebody else. The problem is this child. So until we fix these kids and the way they think, this problem will continue. So let's fix these kids and the way they think. Because she could have lied and told this boy she was some other age. I mean, some people could look at people and don't know their age. with the way y'all let these kids dress. So she could have lied. Even if she didn't lie, she was in the comfort of her own home and she chose to get up and steal her mother's car. You stole. That's theft, baby. That is theft. You need consequences. You got your whole family out. That's more consequences. You got your mama worried. That's more consequences. You got the community in tune now. That's more consequences. If you don't agree, let me know. What do you think would be good consequences for teens in this situation? I don't want to hear, oh, the man's wrong, this and that, whoop the whoop. We've got that established. I'm not saying the fool is right. He's wrong. But we all know when he gets caught, he's going to deal with consequences. When this little girl comes home, Lord, I pray she makes it home. When she comes home, what consequences will be dealt? And if this little baby doesn't make it home, my deepest condolences to the family. I hate y'all have to go through this. But what are some things we can do so the next mother won't have to go through this? What are some things they can do for the ladies that have been in this situation when they were younger? What are some things that you feel could have helped you? I just gave y'all mine. I always did better when people outside my family came in and gave a little extra word of discipline. I spoke up so I could get myself together. That's what stood out for me. So that's why I'm trying to be that same voice for others. Let me know what y'all think some good advice is. Okay, so I do want to add in the fact that he could have been trolling this young lady. He could have found out where she was. He could have popped up on her. We don't know how it went. He could have been like, you gotta come with me. I will kill your mother. I will kill your family. Y'all, if that's the case, because everything is an option at this point. If that is the case, what advice can we give? What advice can we give amongst all other to situations like this? I'm not saying that's what happened in this situation. I'm just saying we cannot rule out all possibilities of what was going on in this young lady's head or the situation that she was put in. So I just want to tackle it from all different angles. Like, what if he threatened her life or someone's life that she cared about and she just thought, okay, I have to do it? You know, because it takes a strong urge for you to go against your mother's word. For one, steal her car. You ran away and stole her car, then pulled up at this room. Then back then, like you knew what you was doing. You know, but that's what I wanted to add on top of the other advice that could be given to this young lady. You know, because we don't want to miss a beat. Because we don't know the situation. So what could have been done? I was a child that was in a situation like that. My predator told me he was going to kill my mother if I said anything. Maybe she's in that same situation and he threatened the life of someone she cared about. At this point, it's like she just had to do it. So I wouldn't be mad if that's the case. I'll just say, let's find some advice to give anyone that's in a situation where someone's telling them they're going to take their life or they're going to take someone that they care about life. The advice I will give, because I was in that situation, they believe I would give, is to let somebody know and to tell them the extent of that threat. Let them know what you want to do about it, what you want to see done about it, what you want that done to that person is what I'm trying to say. Let them know what you want done about the situation. Let them know what you want done to that person. Let them know what you want to do with you, your mind, your life. Be very open, but you gotta let them know that that person has threatened somebody's life. If he's capable of doing it, if he has weapons, all that. Make sure you tell someone of an age that can make something happen. Yeah, you might be comfortable telling your cousin, telling a friend that's around the same age, but they might not know what to do. Tell someone that's up in age. And if you do tell someone younger, or if someone younger is telling you, hey, this is what's going on with me, or this is what's going on with my friend, I need that adult that get information like that to do something about that. Do not sit on that information. That's not what we're doing in 2024. We're trying to make this world a better place, for real, for real. Okay? So if a child is telling you this is what's going on with them, somebody has threatened their life to be preyed on, like, step up. That's all I ask. So if y'all have any more information to add on to give this young lady or any other lady that might end up in this situation, let's give them that advice so that we will have no more kids in this situation.
Book of Prayers, out now on Amazon.